Hey, what's up, y'all? I just felt moved to do more talking about Ms. Aretha Franklin because that little snippet I did last night was not enough. She, goodness, her funeral was like 3 days long, wasn't it? I think it was. I think it was, y'all. So I'm going to be talking a little bit in the beginning, just saying a couple of things. So if you want to log off right now because I'm probably going to spoil this, talking about this. So we saw this at XD, so that was Extreme Digital at Arundel Mills at the Cinemark. So the screen is from the ceiling to the floor. It wasn't as loud as I thought it was going to be. We saw a movie there years ago, The Last Airbender. Oh, yeah. And that thing was super loud. And my son wanted to see it. And I think I had took them after I got off of work. So my head was probably already hurting. So my head was really pounding. And I did not like that movie. But anyways. Aretha Louise Franklin. ALF. Now, she has, well, my kids have the same initials as she does. I never knew that until my daughter mentioned it yesterday. She was born on March 25th, 1942. Almost a Pisces, right?
Almost 5 days off. Crazy.
That's Aries.
Yeah.
See, she's teaching me. And then she died on August 16, 2018. She was 76 years old. Okay, so she was married to Ted White, which was played by Marlon Wayans. Now, Marlon Wayans is trying to dip his toes into different territory. And then she was married to Glenn Turman, which was Colonel Taylor. Everybody knows him as Colonel Taylor from 1978 to 1984. She has 4 boys. Now, I had always got it confused that Glenn Turman was the one that was abusive to her, but it was not. It was Ted White. And that was the part I was talking about yesterday, was that she had a good 40 plus more years of content to tell on her story. So the story that they told yesterday, as my son always says, an origin story. So the beginning, where she came from and all that stuff. So, like I said, she had like 40 plus more years of content to tell. And that movie last night was like 3 hours long. So it was kind of like, people had said that they had to cut a lot out of it. Well, they had to cut like 40 plus years out of it. So, if you hear it, it's about the thunder out here. So, some surprise people in here were Mary J. Blige. She had a totally different look. I loved it. She played Dinah Washington. Who is the surprise people? The young lady from Power, Haley Kilgore, I believe that's her name. The one that plays Jukebox. She did a good job. She played one of her sisters. Forrest Whitaker, of course. He would play the dad. Is there any Who? Oh, yes. So later on towards the end of the movie, Forrest Whitaker, who played her dad, he had a girlfriend, and her name was Claire. And I kept looking at her like, who is this lady? So then when I got home and checked it, it was Heather Hadley. We haven't seen her or heard from her in a minute, I think. So, do you guys know Heather Hadley? Talented singer. And now she's acting. Okay. She sang that song called He Is. And I don't know, I'm probably about to jack up some songs today. He is my protector, my provider. You know that? And I was laughing because Steve Harvey used to say he thought that it was a gospel song. And she was really talking about her man. But anyway. So, the beginning opened up. She was sleeping and her daddy's coming in there and waking her up bad. You know, a lot of people's parents used to do that back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, the Jacksons, I think. Joe used to get them up to perform and stuff like that. But he went, you know, I guess he always had a house full of people. And, yeah. So, she was excited about that. She loved to sing. And Mary J. Blige was there as Dinah Washington. And so many people were there to watch her sing. And I was kind of surprised her daddy was, you know, being a minister, didn't really care about her saying what they call secular music.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he was really bothered. I don't know. He was kind of seemed like he was on the fence about different stuff.
Right.
Like I think he didn't care as long as he was the one that was being her manager. That's the way I took it. And so I was kind of confused. So Audra McDonald, I think that was her name. She played the mom, but she would be like visiting, like dropping the kids off, and I'm like,
That was different.
especially back then, right? And I'm kind of like, Dad, what did she do? Because it's always like, you know, when the parents are, I mean, the kids are with their father, you're kind of like,
What's wrong with her?
but apparently towards the end, the way I took it, they were saying that the daddy was either mentally and physically abusive, or one or the other, and that's why she wasn't there, because they said he was treating Claire the same way, and they was surprised that she stayed. So we saw, you know, them visit their mom. You know, she would pick them up, and that was just crazy. But I don't blame the mom for leaving if he was like that. So of course they had a lot of church scenes because he was, you know, his church was apparently a mega church or something like that, you know, at his time. And, you know, he had her sing and he was preaching. And so then, you know, they show her turning into older, turning her, you know, that's when Jennifer Hudson appeared. And her dad had got her like a record deal at Columbia. So she was really happy and excited about that. But, you know, her daddy scared her. So she always did everything that he said or he wanted her to do. And they was singing all these songs. She sang on numerous albums that she never had a hit from. And she went to, I guess, honor or sing for Dinah Washington. I guess she was like her idol. And that thing scared me. So Mary J. Blige / Dinah Washington flipped over that table and said, "Bitch." It was like, what? And she started crying and running off the stage. And, you know, ran to the dressing room. And Dinah Washington's like, "What are you doing, girl? You don't have no hits. What are you doing? And where your kids at?" And this, that, and the other. And she said, "I just want a hit." She said, "But you got to find out what you like, what you want to do. Stop listening to your daddy," basically. I mean, she probably was sick of listening to the records.
Oh.
And probably said, this don't sound good. And then I guess when she started to sing her song, she like, "Oh, do you not try to take over my genre? You just find your own lane." But anyways.
She wouldn't have been embarrassed to me.
I mean, you know, she probably was, you know, she was older. She felt like that was her mentor idol. She looked like she was really excited to see her when she was little. Her eyes kind of got big when she saw her in her house that day. Her daddy woke her up. And then going back to that, so one particular night when she was still little, her daddy didn't want her to sing, and this boy, I'm assuming that he looked like a boy, but he was a big boy, a teenager, or either his early 20s, came, opened her door, said, "Why are you not singing tonight?" She said, "Daddy didn't ask me." And he did all like, people all over the house, standing in the hallway, chilling. And them people in the hallway, if they should have said something. But anyways,
right.
He all like, "Do you got a boyfriend? Do you want one?" So, and she looking like, so now, come to find out now, I thought she was 14 when she had her first kid. She was 12. And then they said she ended up having another baby by him again. So she had two by him. Chill. And so she kept talking all through the movie about demons, which she, I guess, she was a heavy drinker. And,
I didn't know that.
and we never knew that. And that's why, because she never dealt with that. And I guess she went down the next day and her grandma was pressing. Oh my God, I remember the pressing code. My mom be like, it's just a crease and it hurts. Hold your ear. Bend your ear back. I hated that. Anyways, and I had hair, y'all. Hair, like hours worth. My mom had spent so much time. Thank you, Mommy. This was your birthday present. The last birthday present we took her to see Get On Up. I wish I saw Get On Up at XD. I would have been dancing. The aisles are huge. You can move, dance. There was nobody in there. Perfect. But anyways, and so her grandma told all the girls to get up out of there. And she said she didn't want to look pretty. So I guess she thought she looked pretty, she would get attacked. Oh God.
That's terrible.
So I don't think she ever told her grandma, but they showed her flashing back, and she still had pigtails and a belly. So you just don't know what people are going through. You see glitz and glamour. I'm going around this Ted White, Marlon Wayans. My mom told me he did an interview where this lady walked up to him and punched him in the chest because of the way he was, he was, I guess, doing his job as an actor, playing that abusive role to Aretha Franklin. Which, if you look at the real picture of Ted White, you really would think that he would do that type of thing. But who knows a person? So, and my daughter got this little, crush on Marlon in a way. And then they were showing these up close kissing scenes with the tongue action, and I was kind of like, I don't even really like Marlon like that. I did like Marlon like that in Wayans Brothers when he got that hair. The hair was together when he was cute. But yeah, he was doing something to me. I was like, Marlon, what you doing? So Marlon, Jennifer Hudson, you guys, I'm sure you guys are gonna get, I don't know if you can get Oscars, something, because Marlon, that role was not you. I mean, yeah, it was not you. I don't want to say you don't have any. Yes,
goofy, but
y'all know Marlon. Y'all know Marlon. So this was totally different. His voice was different. Jennifer Hudson's voice was different because she tried to talk more like Aretha. So, and of course, Aretha gave her the thumbs up to do this movie because she did a tribute to her, and they said this was your audition and didn't even know it. And so she ended up telling Forrest Whitaker, her daddy, that he wasn't her manager no more. He didn't like that. He's about to shoot Ted White, and they went off to do their thing. They found the other manager. I can't remember what the record company was, y'all. Oh, I can't remember. But this guy was cool. I liked him. He was the head of the record company. His name is Jerry. And yeah, he said he knew she wasn't mad at him when he called her Jerry versus Mr. whatever his. Oh man, I don't remember. And this Wikipedia thing is so long. Okay, so she was 18 back then with her daddy, Columbia Records. Okay, gosh. So this new company that it must be Atlantic. It might be Atlantic. If you know down in the comments, let me know what the record company was, because that's where they found her sound basically. And the funny part is they had to go to Alabama to use this little rinky-dink recording studio because I guess the guy at the time wasn't at the level at Columbia Records. But that's where all the magic happened, and the band was all white. Right. That was the crazy part. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but
just didn't know these things.
We didn't know, right? And they had a groove, and she told them what to do, and they would do it. And Ted White would get jealous because the white guy touched her on the shoulder and said, "Good job," and he was mad. chill. And he picking fights with everybody trying to ruin her thing. But anyways, people were picking cotton still in 1967. People was so Ted White was already upset about that when they went driving down there. And I'm like, is this a flashback? No, it was current. 1967, they was still picking cotton. But anyways, chill. So then she got rid of that fool because he was beating her up in the elevator and people were seeing it and this, that, and the other. And they got reported to one of the big, I think it was Time magazine. So they didn't have, she thought it was a nice article. I guess everybody was talking good about her, but, the reporter was like, yeah, everybody saw Ted, White being abusive to you, and she was shocked. So, at that time, there was no Google, so it took you a long time, I guess, to find out about things, So, he was upset about that. He wanted to sue them for $10 million, and that's basically when they broke up, I think. He was talking about, he wrote all the hits, and she's like, you didn't write the hits. And I was sitting there thinking it too. I'm like, every song that she was singing, was about pain. And that's what she told him. She said, all the songs were about you. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. RESPECT. Take it. Yeah. Sock it to me, sock it to me. Look, see, that was the other part I want to talk about. How they put the song together. I love seeing that. How they came up with the rhythm and yes, the arrangements. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Especially when she woke her sisters up that night and made him mad, and then the sisters threw it. And so, and then she was talented on the piano. And when they did right, and when they did Ain't No Way, Ain't No Way, Ain't No Way. And when the sister did that, ooh,
right, I was like, what?
Ain't no way.
On the spot.
Ain't no way. Yeah. The bomb. You gotta see that movie. Just that part alone. Them, she talking about, the different musicians. You hit that. You hit that. You play it this way. You play it that way. And she's like, it's not right yet. And then, see, she would be like me because it's not right. I be sitting here with these videos sometimes. Y'all just don't know. It's not right. It's not right. The light's not right. It's not right. And I just be getting upset and I'll just scrap a whole video if it's not right. So I understand. Okay. So what else we want to talk about? I gotta, the next boo. He was the He was the tour manager, Ken Cunningham or something like that. Loved him. He's cute. He would be mine in real life. If you, the actor person, he's cute. Yeah, call me. For real, call me.
That's too nice for her.
He was too nice. Oh my gosh. I guess that was a timing thing, but they had a child. I don't know if they had two. She must have had the two more with him. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, he was fine, and he was cute, and he was understanding. And that's the thing I was saying. I wish they cut it off there, relationship wise, because we don't know what happened. I didn't even know she was with him. And then going on to Glenn Turman, and she was with somebody else. She was supposed to get married to. They said in 2012. I was like, what? So I just wanted to throw in there that subconsciously, I guess that's the word, my avatar kind of matches my favorite picture of her. I try to throw that in. So she was drinking a lot. She was with the boo Ken, and she was fall off the stage and trying to perform when she was drunk and stuff like that. And she just somehow she saw her mom came to her and she stopped drinking and she did the gospel album. So that's kind of where it ended. She did it with the church, and they did a documentary to appeal to the masses, basically. So yeah, great movie, and I hope you guys go see it. And nobody was in the theaters where we were, so that was great. We still kind of kept our mask on and all that good stuff. And I hope, thank you for watching. Aretha Franklin, you can talk about her for days. Like, you could just talk on and on and on and on. And a lot of number of hits and songs and things like that. My favorite, of course, were the new. Well, no, I do like Respect. Ain't No Way. Who's Them and Who? Of course, the Different World soundtrack. Dawn Lewis wrote that. I never knew that. You Go Girl. Dawn Lewis, don't get her props. Okay, she wrote that Different World. So, and that's where probably a lot of the younger people know Aretha Franklin from. So, gosh, it's so many hits, y'all. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Pink Cadillac. Everybody knows that one. I love that one. All right, y'all. Bye.